how is it going? Welcome to another bottle episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about Animal Crossing, the incredibly popular video game series by Nintendo. The series' most recent installment just came out this past Friday, and the hype leading up to it has been non-stop, especially within the furry fandom. However, I noticed a lot of you out there have no idea what the heck Animal Crossing even is, so I really wanted to talk about it today and show you what you've been missing out on. I also want to talk a little bit about its history and why it's so popular within the furry fandom. So, let's start at the beginning. Animal Crossing first debuted in 2001 in Japan for the Nintendo 64, and in 2002 it was localized for the US and ported to the GameCube. This game saw you playing as a human that had just moved into a village of 6 anthropomorphic animals. These 6 animals are randomly picked from a pool of over 230 characters. They range from dogs, to cats, to deer, to birds, to crocodiles, to kangaroos, and many, many more. Throughout the game, you can be visited by more characters, and they might even want to move into your village, giving you a village of up to 15 different characters. All of them can be socialized with to build friendships, hence why the game is often classified as a social simulation game. But outside the villages, you have your very own house that you can decorate with the hundreds of various items that you can collect throughout the game. However, in order to expand your house, you need to pay off your loan from the local store manager, Tom Nook, who bought you that house in the first place. The game's currency is called bells, and you earn bells by completing various tasks that have been set to you by villagers, or by selling the various things that you've collected all throughout your area. Like the fruit that you've shaken off the fruit trees, a handful of beetles that you collected yourself, or fishing up that freaking coelacanth that is absolutely impossible to find. Oh my god! The game uses the real time and date to operate its day-night system and cycle through the seasons, but there's even in-game events that coincide with their real-world equivalents. Like on the 4th of July, there's a fireworks show. On the 31st of October, you can actually go trick-or-treating within your village. On the 24th of December, Jingle the Reindeer comes to town to spread gifts of joy and presents from everyone. And there's lots of Japanese holidays, like the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is from the 5th to the 7th of April. There is so much to do and many, many, many things to collect that it's really up to you how you want to play the game. Collect all the fossils and just completely take out the local museum, pay off all your debts ASAP and have like a massive mansion of a house, become best friends with every single villager and collect all their portraits. Or if you really want, you can do absolutely nothing and just hit villagers with a net for 5 minutes every day. It is your choice. And this was the first game back in 2001. That's nearly 20 years ago now. From there we got Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS, Animal Crossing City Folk on the Wii, Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS, that was my first Animal Crossing game, and now Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch. Through each game, it has only been getting bigger and bigger and better with so much more customizability, villages, items, events, locations, and features, making it very easy to get completely absorbed into it. And being such an open-ended game, there is no pressure to do more than what you feel like doing. Even Tom Nook is happy to sit on your loan forever, and even if you never give him a repayment, there is no interest, he doesn't chase you up for money, like he is so chill. Like, I would really love a loan from Tom Nook. It's a very relaxing game that you can just play at your own pace. Just make sure to pop in your head every couple of days to pull out the weeds and talk to the villagers, because if they get too bored, they might move out. You can never have less villagers than what you started with, but once more start to move in, just make sure you keep talking to your favorite ones. Like how in New Leaf, my favorite villager was Kit. We were the best of friends. I visited her house every single day and completed every single little task that she gave me. We were so close, it was amazing. But one time at school, we had to go on an excursion, and obviously I can't bring my DS to that. And even though I told her I was coming back, she just up and left like I was nothing. Am I nothing to you, Kit? Did our friendship mean nothing? Didn't anything I do for you matter? Yes, that's the gist of what Animal Crossing is. If you're the kind of person that likes The Sims, Stardew Valley, Tomodachi Life, and a little bit of Minecraft, I reckon you are gonna absolutely fall for Animal Crossing. The roster of villagers is almost up to 500 different characters now, so it's no surprise that the furry fandom very much likes Animal Crossing. But to be honest, I don't think it's that fact alone. One element that is very common within the furry fandom is escapism. Escape to your furry social media account where people only know you as your persona. Escape to a fursuit and adopt a completely different character from who you normally would be. Escape to stories and visual novels and just be transported to a completely different world. Or escape to a convention and party for 3 days straight. Being able to get away from reality for just a little bit is one of the driving factors for a lot of furries, and Animal Crossing offers one of the greatest escapes around, especially in the case of New Horizons. For the first time ever, you are being put onto a deserted island completely under your control, rather than into an already established village. I love the beach, like summer vibes is one of my most favorite aesthetics, so I am so excited to just create my own beach resort escape getaway with all my favorite villagers. And even with my actual friends, thanks to the new multiplayer functions. I mean, given the world's current state right now, it's kind of one of the only ways we can hang out. At least here you can still buy tissues. Unfortunately, you do have to play as a human, but never fear! Not only is there an insane amount of customization, but there are a handful of clothing items in the game that can make you look like an animal. Like the beak, bunny hood, cat cap, bear cap, frog cap, and the werewolf hood. These ones were in Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I am willing to bet that New Horizons is going to have a whole bunch of new animal type items. Items are bought from the local store whenever that gets set up in your game, and the items in stock are completely random, with some rarer than others. So one of my first things that I'm going to be doing is checking that shop every day until I get my gosh darn bunny hood. But yeah, if you couldn't already tell, I am incredibly hyped for Animal Crossing. At the time of recording this, New Horizons is still a couple of days away, but when I think about my hype for it, it's not the same sort of hype I'd feel for most other games. It's the sort of same excitement I feel when I'm about to go on a holiday. Because I feel like I actually am. Like, it's such a weird sensation, but I'm so ready to go get completely lost on my own island. Animal Crossing definitely isn't the kind of game for everyone, but now I hope you can kind of understand more about why it has such an immense love and why furries hold it so dearly. And not to mention, Animal Crossing has actually helped a lot of people with their mental health. It's definitely not a substitute for professional help, but many people have said that it was playing Animal Crossing that helped them to get onto that recovery path. I highly recommend you go check out this video by Boldly Wired, where they tell the story of their depression and Animal Crossing. Like, it's a very insightful video. If you think you're ready to dive into your very own game of Animal Crossing, you don't even need to play the newest one. All of the mainline games are completely timeless, and there's even Pocket Camp for free on mobile. The mobile game does have a very different sort of playstyle to the mainline games, but it's still a lot of fun and full of that Animal Crossing vibe we love. Otherwise, hey, come catch my streams of New Horizons. I usually post on the community tab or on Twitter when my next streams are going to be, but sometimes I just like to do them on the fly as well. So if you don't want to miss out on those, be sure to hit the bell icon down below, and then YouTube will send you a notification whenever I'm live. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I want to say about Animal Crossing. I hope you enjoyed, maybe learned something new, and might give the game a try. A patron shout out to MixieMax. Thank you so much for your support, MixieMax. You have been amazing. And thank you so much for helping to bring this video to these guys. But of course, thank you so much for watching. I would definitely not be here without that. You're awesome. You're amazing. Please stay awesome. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!